everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. If you're watching this live, as always, please pop into the comments, say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. Please do share this video, like, love, support, whatever reaction you would like to give. And please don't forget to head over to my LinkedIn profile, hit my follow button, turn my LinkedIn notification bell on so you are notified of all my content. So we got some interesting stuff to go through today, and the topic of content and the topic of engagement comes up all the time. So I'm going to give you the 3 best types of content to produce on LinkedIn and why. So let's dive on in. So hey everybody, Scott Aaron here again. Grateful to be with you. As always, I do a live training every Monday and Thursday. Hey Dottie, good to see you jumping on. Thank you for saying hi. So what I'm going to be going over today, and there are many different types of content that you can produce on LinkedIn. Obviously, there are newsletters, there's LinkedIn articles, there's documents, there's polls, there's posts, there's videos, there's pictures, regular written posts, so many different things. But what I have found is a couple different things. There are 3 that I feel if people created them on a consistent basis, they're going to see traction and movement in their business. The other thing that I will just kind of say to get ahead of it is everyone's network looks different, which means different people will engage in different types of content. So what my network engages with is different from what your network might engage with. But what I'm going to give you, in my opinion, are the 3 best types of content to produce and why that lead to the greatest amount of organic engagement. Now, what do I mean by organic engagement? What I mean by organic engagement is engagement where people engage without being forced to, much like engagement pods that you see on LinkedIn where everyone likes and comments on each other's stuff. You want to produce content that people organically and naturally engage with it. So again, if you're coming on live, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, like Dottie has done. If you're on the replay, you can use hashtag replay so I do know to go back and say hello later. Tag some people, share this video onto your personal or business page or company page on LinkedIn. Do react to this, like, love, support, just so I know, obviously, that you're resonating with this. And please feel free to go to my LinkedIn profile, hit my follow button, and turn my LinkedIn notification bell on so you are notified. So the 3 best types of content that I feel will get you the most organic engagement over time. Number 1 are LinkedIn newsletters. Now, so there's a difference between writing a LinkedIn article and a LinkedIn newsletter. A LinkedIn article is basically for the entire conglomerate of LinkedIn, which means it's not going to be seen by a specific amount of people. So when you're writing a general article, it's not directed towards a specific subset of connections. When you start a newsletter on LinkedIn, LinkedIn offers your network, your first connections, the option to subscribe to your newsletter. So they are willingly subscribing to a newsletter of their choice that they wish to get updates about, which means if they subscribe to it, they will get notifications via the notification section on LinkedIn and via email from LinkedIn saying, hey, Scott's written a new article or a newsletter edition, go check it out. Now, just to kind of give you the specs of that, when I was writing general articles before I created my newsletter almost 2 years ago, I would get maybe 60, 70, 80 views of my article. Since I started my newsletter, which I now have almost 7,300 subscribers, I get anywhere between 25 to 4,000 views of my newsletter. So it's being seen by a greater amount of people, which means there's a greater amount of traction, which means I'm building that know, like, and trust. Now, to activate your LinkedIn newsletter, you need to first go to your LinkedIn profile, turn creator mode on, and if you have 150 connections or more, you'll be able to access LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn newsletters, LinkedIn audio events, and the follow feature. So again, and then all you have to do is basically go to the homepage on LinkedIn, click on write an article, and you'll see a banner at the top that says create a newsletter. And you just hit create a newsletter. You'll name it, you'll write a description, you'll pick the frequency, you'll upload a photo, done. You start writing your articles, but in newsletter edition form. So if everybody is clear on the difference between a general article and a specific newsletter, just drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. Again, if you're coming on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from. And if I'm coming through loud and clear, you can see me and hear me. Just drop a Y or a yes. I just want to make sure there are no audio or visual stuff going on with the feed in case I have to restart. I want to make sure there's no problems. I always like getting ahead of it. So again, Dottie says yes. So LinkedIn newsletters, time after time, if you're consistent, whether you're writing it weekly or bi-weekly, will absolutely get you more organic engagement over time. So that's number one. Number two, LinkedIn Live Video. Much like what I said as far as turning on and having the ability to do your LinkedIn newsletters, same goes for doing LinkedIn Live Video. So you first have to turn on creator mode. You have to have 150 connections or more, and you will be able to access LinkedIn Live, which you can either connect LinkedIn to two different streaming sources, Restream or StreamYard, which is what you're seeing right now, which is what I use. And basically, you actually do your live stream from that external platform and it streams it back to LinkedIn. Now, the one thing that I love about live video is that it's live. So if you flub, if you mess up, it's all about human experience, right? We're all imperfect people. So it really puts yourself out there in a very vulnerable and transparent way. But it's also a great way to create interactive conversations with your following. So why I always ask people to say hi and where they're coming in from is because I can see how many people are on here live, but I always like seeing who is on here. And Dottie was brave enough to say, hey, I'm on here. Hi. Because now I can start to create an organic connection with Dottie, knowing that she's on here to learn some valuable information and why I'm specifically choosing these three types of content to create that actually create more organic engagement. So live video is great because it positions you also as the expert in your space. It gives you the ability to share tangible tips, takeaways, actionable things that can then be applied to someone's business that gets them a result without asking for anything back in return. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. Again, if you've jumped on late, don't be afraid. Please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, as Dottie has done. I love to see and know where everyone is watching this to and from. And again, if you're coming on late, you can also share this video, tag some people, like, love, support, whatever reaction you would like to give. But also don't forget to hit my follow button on my LinkedIn profile. And please also don't forget to turn my LinkedIn notification bell on. So here's the thing. You only have to do maybe one live video a week. I choose to do two. You can just do one. And it doesn't have to be anything too great of length. So you can go live for 5 minutes. You can go live for 10 minutes. You can go live for 15 minutes. I've gone live for 35, depending upon what the topic is. If you want to position yourself as an expert in the space that you're in, doing LinkedIn Live video trainings is a great way to do so. Because again, you're asking people for the most valuable commodity they can give you, which is their time. So the fact that Dottie has given me 10 minutes of her time already for me to educate and inform her on things that I know to be true that could help her in her business, that means the world to me. So you, as the expert in your space, when you're doing your LinkedIn lives, remember people are looking to you for information, for education, industry updates, and things that are applicable to their business that can help them grow and prosper. So again, not only is LinkedIn Live important to do, the other great thing is after you're done the live training, it then allows you to have that replay going all day. So I have people tuning on live, and I have a fair amount of people that are jumping on after the training is done because they want to watch it at their own leisure. So again, number one, LinkedIn newsletters. Number two, LinkedIn live video. Now, number three, and I would say these are coming back around again. I think for a while, LinkedIn polls annoyed people immensely because people were using them in the wrong way, meaning people were asking non-business related questions. They were asking more personal questions that were better for Facebook and Instagram, like when do you take down your Christmas tree? The day after Christmas or after New Year's? When do you put up your Christmas tree? Right before Christmas or after Thanksgiving? Are you a cat or a dog person? How do you like your coffee? Cream, no cream, sugar, other. So people were using these LinkedIn polls just for quote unquote engagement with no real end in sight. The way that you truly want to leverage LinkedIn polls is from a market research standpoint. So I'll give you an example. I conducted a poll on Wednesday, yesterday. I asked my general network, so my connections, and two groups. I asked them, what type of content do you engage most with? And I said written content, video content, long form content, pictures, videos, whatever. And it helped me prepare for today's training. So I always ask my audience, and there were, I think, between the three different polls, there were about 300 votes. So what I found interesting is that people were giving all different types of answers, but the LinkedIn poll question gives you extra market research to then produce additional content for it. Meaning, if I was getting responses back from my poll that did not involve live video or maybe long form content, it was more about pictures or video, that general video, I can come on here as I'm doing today and I can express to people from a very sophisticated, educational, and information-based aspect why I feel these three types of content that you can create on LinkedIn would be best for you and your business for organic engagement. And that's why I took that market research poll from yesterday, and now I'm turning it into a LinkedIn Live training today. And that's why polls are so important, because it allows you to take a pulse of the network that you're creating. Now, people say, well, Scott, what if no one votes? That is a clear indication of two things. Number one, people don't care about the question that you asked, or it's too much. And number two, you've built the wrong kind of network. So I know the network that I'm building, it's completely revolved around educating and informing people about how to leverage LinkedIn to build their business. So a lot of my poll questions are related to things that I know my network wants to know about, and I am happy to educate them on that. So I'm always using market research as a means and a way to create additional content. So your market research poll questions could be turned into long form content. They could be turned into short form content. They could be turned into other polls or LinkedIn Live trainings like this. So if that's clear and if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. Again, if you jumped on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or just type #live, #replay. If you are watching this on the replay, tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, react to this any which way you want. to let me know that you resonated with this. But please also do not forget to go to my LinkedIn profile, hit my follow button, turn my LinkedIn notification bell on so you are notified of all the content that I produce Monday through Saturday, especially my 2 live trainings that are completely free Mondays and Thursdays between 10 and 10:30 a.m. EDT. And before we go, I would love to hear from all of you. Drop in the comments below, what was your biggest takeaway and needle mover of this training? What helped you the most? Drop that in the comments below. And finally, remember the 3 types of content that is going to get you the best organic engagement: LinkedIn newsletters, LinkedIn live video, LinkedIn polls. So everyone, I hope you found this helpful. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.